Good day, guys and girls. Do you have a large couch that you need to get out of basement? Perhaps it's just not going to happen. Maybe you've got some really tight corners that you need to go up and around and it's just not happening. Sometimes the only alternative, unfortunately, is to cut up that old couch and get it out of there. It's a last-ditch effort, but if you're interested, stick around. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it in 5 minutes. So stay tuned. So guys and girls, I gotta apologize. This video came together and came about very quick. So long story short, this is the brand new couch that we got from my mother-in-law. It's actually a La-Z-Boy couch. It is approximately 82 inches at its largest or longest point, which is the edge of the armrest there. And the nice thing with these La-Z-Boy couches is that the backs come off. So it makes it very easy to maneuver around tough sections. Now, the original couch was slightly longer than this one. And I think what happened is when we were doing some minor renovating and just some reconfiguring in here, maybe we kind of tightened up the space in the hallway and it just wasn't happening. I have no doubts of the quality and the knowledge of the movers, so if they told me that it wasn't getting around that corner, I believe them. So the full intention was to take that original couch that was down here. It was in pretty good shape, a couple spots where the cats had clawed at it, and the intention was to take it to Habitat for Humanity, see if they even wanted it. They likely did, but we didn't want it going to the landfill, which unfortunately is where it ended up. So we were kind of in a rush. He had other deliveries to do, and he even made the offer. He says, well, come back, you just put it at the curb in a couple pieces and we'll pick it up, we'll take it to the dump. And I said, if you give me 5 minutes, I can get this thing cut up and ready to go. And that way it was cut up, it was out of my hair, and it saved these guys, great moving company by the way, to come back and pick it up at a later point. They were already here, they were already set up. By the time it took them to go up, get cleaned up, get the moving carpets out of there, take the cushions from the original couch, get it out of there, by the time they came back down, I think I was making the last cut. You'll see it in the video here. But basically, this video is just to show that there is another option. It's an unfortunate option in some cases, but there's another option for getting out large furniture that is no longer needed. Again, unfortunate that it couldn't be reused. It's just going to go into the landfill, probably not get recycled. It kind of pains me a bit, but I couldn't turn down this couch. So we'll show you what tools we used and we'll see you in a minute. So you'll see at the start of the video when I start to dismantle or demolish the couch, I went right at it with a Sawzall. Now this is a smaller Sawzall that's meant to kind of go between joists and stud spaces. It's called the Hatchet, and it's really no different than other Sawzall except that it can basically articulate and make itself a little bit smaller. It just doesn't have the power of some of the other Sawzalls out there, but any reciprocating saw, that's the actual trade name for it, I guess, or tool name for it, I should say. Any of those will work. In this case, this is what I used. Now, you'll see that I went at it real quick with the Sawzall. Again, we were under time crunch, and I really should have started with the knife. I should have taken the knife and actually gone around and cut right down the middle and cut all that fabric out of there, because the Sawzall blades do not like fabric. They tend to get kind of caught up on it. And the blade I was using was just a standard wood with embedded nails blade. Now, this one here has been used quite a bit and it still works. It's not super sharp anymore, but definitely gets the job done. There really isn't a whole lot of material in there. There's some 1x material rough sawn, and there's a little bit of OSB in that couch that I cut up. Really not a whole lot to it. The one thing I was not expecting was the springs. The springs had like a pattern that kind of went like an S shape through there, and then it had two lines of this stiffener rod that went through there. That's the best way I can describe it. It was about, oh, it was about an 1/8 inch in diameter, maybe 3/16. So I wasn't prepared. I had to run actually and grab one of my metal blades. This one actually might have cut it, but this blade here is a straight metal blade. This one happens to be a DeWalt one. You can see it's got just a little bit of a curve in it from getting caught on things. So just be prepared that you may need that as well. There was a couple of spots where there was a tack strip and staples that was a little tough, but really 5 minutes, got that thing cut. If I was better prepared for it, bet you could have done it in about 4, maybe even a little less. So if you're in a time crunch, you got the moving company there, it works. Having issues getting out this this couch, so we're gonna see what else we can do about it. What? Okay, they're not done yet. They're not done yet. on the springs. Yeah. So, give me 1 second.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, quite the size difference between the two, especially when
Yeah,
you can take the backs off of that one, eh?
Yeah. It came in. We maneuvered several ways, but I didn't want to start banging the walls.
Nope, no,
Especially when the
fair.
sofa obviously.
That side, Paul?
Good grief.
Just a little bit of.
There
we go.
There we are. Okay.
Two pieces.
God.
I'm good at taking things apart.
Okay. Okay, we'll take this one up first. God. Boy, those sawzalls. I don't think I've been around a sawzall watching.
I do a lot of things.
Gee.
So I hope you guys and girls found the video informative. Maybe it gave you a different perspective or a different idea of what you might have to do or what you could do if you're faced with some issues when you're moving. If you found the video informative all, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down, and then tell me why down in the comments, because constructive criticism is always welcome. Trying to grow this channel, make my videos better. So any comments that would help that is very, very appreciated. If you could like and subscribe, that would help me even more. You know, it really helps me grow as a content creator and will allow me to make better videos in the future. But I firmly believe though that the content is more important than the flashiness. You know, the information that you're going to get here is going to be crucial. Save all the crappy video effects that I try to do and all that. We're just about getting information to the common homeowner, the common car owner, so that you can do things that you didn't think was even possible. Because I firmly believe that boy, girl, man, woman, elderly, doesn't matter. You are more capable than what you even think. Because you never know unless you bear. We'll see you on the next one.